We've issued a final rule to prohibit Title X taxpayer funding from subsidizing the abortion industry.
Abortion is healthcare, period. And the previous administration does not understand healthcare, particularly for low-income individuals. Over the last 2 years, access to affordable reproductive health care has been decimated. And while you can never truly undo the harm of these past 2 years, we can set on a right path to make sure that people no longer have this barrier to their access to care. Title X is the sole federal program that is dedicated to providing family planning services for people who are living with low incomes. It is about a 40-year-old program. It has always been bipartisan and supported by both sides. And it's an important program because we know that everybody deserves access to affordable reproductive health care services, everything from birth control to STI tests to wellness exams. No matter who you are, how much money you make, you should have access to these services. The Trump administration, in its attempt to politicize the program, said that it was about abortion, but in reality, it's never paid for access to abortion services, but it has always made sure that people had complete, accurate information, and they tried to take that away. What it required is that providers who were receiving funds and giving services under the program could no longer do simple things like counsel or provide information about abortion services. And so having to deny patients information is just not how doctors are trained. Many doctors and healthcare centers and family planning providers dropped out of the program because they wanted to be able to continue to provide important services. As a result of the Trump's harmful gag rule, we saw a program that served 4 million people actually be cut in half, and now only 1.5 million people were getting services. People have been having to go without birth control, STI testing. Unfortunately, the rates of cervical cancer have gone up during the time of the pandemic because people's access to screening has gone down. And so it's really created a terrible restraint on patients and helped to further exacerbate healthcare disparities in this country. The individuals who felt the most harm from these lack of services have been low-income people and disproportionately Black, Latinx people and people living in rural areas. I think one of the lasting impacts is going to be that we know the Trump administration has politicized this program unnecessarily. It's going to be really important to get people access to care, to get access to accurate information, and it's going to take some time to get all the providers that left back into the program. It's important to remember abortion is healthcare. Abortion has always been around. Abortion is always going to be a common, safe medical procedure that people who are making decisions about their lives, their education, their family are going to want to make. And so we know that people need to be in control of their own lives and their own bodies, not politicians. And no matter how politicized abortion is, it's always going to be there. It always should be a common, safe medical procedure. And most importantly, we need to make sure that it remains accessible in this country.